Nobody touched the table. Oh.
What? Yeah, you wanted to do something. Oh?
I think I did my share this weekend.
You did. It doesn't mean that you couldn't do any more.
I need to fill up in order to give.
But in giving, you fill up.
Okay, we can go now.
What?
We got it. You did it.
You were here yesterday by the cinema shop? Yeah. Those stories are great stories. Yeah.
Rashi says the manan kol shah. Miktoich Basan keeps on counting them. So because HaKadosh Baruch Hu loves them so much, he keeps on counting them. So this final counting, it says that he was coming to be Mashra the Shechina, Rashi says. So he counted them now. But it seems a little bit too late. He already was Mashra the Shechina on the first of the month, and this is later. So what does that mean?
That's a good kasha. An answer?
Can you re-say the question?
To restate, okay, so Rashi, the first Rashi on Bamidbar here, Bamidbar is about counting. So Rashi mentions that the reason why HaKadosh Baruch Hu counts them, he counts them because he loves them so much. He counted them after the Egel. What's the first one?
Yeah, that's the first one.
The second time he counted them was
Before the Mishkan. Before I comes to Mishkan.
before I come to Mishkan. And now he counted them again, the final one, because came down. They put up the Mishkan, and he was Mashra Shechina. He came down the rest of the day. He wanted to count them again. It sounds like from Rashi the reason why he was counting them was because he was about to be Mashra Shechina. He was about to come and rest upon them. So
You wanted to know
why is that explain why he counted them afterwards?
after he was Mashra the Shechina.
Right. I thought there was a third.
Why isn't mashma discounting because it's before?
We did have it before, because that's all the...
Oh, there it
all
is.
the Adonim.
Because he Yotzim in the time, he counted them, Egel, and then Hashras HaMishkan. That's the third one.
No, but now you're talking about...
Be'echad b'nisan hukim HaMishkan.
Right, that was from the Shkolim, from the Machzis Shekel that everybody gave. And that's where the Adonim came from.
Is that this counting?
No. That's what Rashi
So which one is this?
This one is Be'echad L'Chodesh HaSheni. So it's afterwards.
Isn't that what the one Rashi is referring to? And that's not the one Rashi. So Rashi's not referring to this.
No,
counting.
the one after the Egel is the one with the Adonim, right?
What?
The one after the Egel was the one with the Adonim, right?
I don't know. Rashi said, where is this?
First Rashi.
Novel Be'egel Monan. We don't see that, by the way. No, there doesn't mention it.
That's probably the Machzis Shekel.
No. That was before. Now, so there was three, but the counting after the Egel is not mentioned anywhere.
So this counting was after.
Right.
Rashi calls that one. He's referring to that when he's Shabbat Hashras. So that should be before also, not after.
Why should it be Why should it be before? instead of after? What's the?
Just from the language of Rashi, it says Kisheba, that he was coming to do it. I don't
Right.
see why it would make a difference. Just it would fit better into the language of Rashi.
You did a great job yesterday.
Thank you, Rebbe. Yankee did a great job yesterday.
Of course he did.
But no, food.
I would suggest you the following. You want some coffee in there?
No, it's good.
Better than this. You're gonna just keep dropping it. I'm gonna see what the boys have to say.
I give up.
You need something?
That push goes older than you.
אף על פי שלמצינו בפרש בשום מקום שבעולם, כל מקום, פירוש שיעשו עד מהמשכן, מכסף חצי שקלים, להם בדם המשכן.
But Rashi doesn't seem to go here to suggest that it's a separate issue. It sounds like there is.
No? That's good.
What did he say? What did he say?
It's logistical terms.
So, and let's say that a parent wants their child to develop good self-esteem. So, for the sake of the child, he will insist that the child do something so that the child will feel that he counts. Right? So he'll demand that the child write an essay or he knows that the child is good at music, and he'll insist that the child learn how to play piano, and he'll insist that the child develop some kind of a talent or some kind of a gift where the child will feel good about themselves. So here's the parent, and he's pushing the kid. Learn how to do this, and he knows that even though the child is not necessarily happy about it, but he knows that this will make the child feel a certain sense of self-respect. One of the dangers is that the child will think that in order for the parent to love them, that they need to do these things. Right? So let's say the parent is pushing the child, practice the piano. Sit, practice the piano 2 hours every day. And the parent knows that as the child develops this gift, that the child will feel good about themselves. But the risk is that the parent is pushing the child, do this, let's say, go to cheder and learn. You have to learn, and he's pushing him. You gotta memorize this, or make a, come up with a chidush. Or, he's pushing him. I want to faher you. I'm going to you. So there's a risk. The risk is that although the child is developing the self-respect, that he's going to think that the reason that the parent loves them or is proud of them is because of this, that it's dependent on that. So that's some way in which the parent is able to show the child that it doesn't matter, that even when he doesn't have this skill, the parent loves them. It's, what do they call it?
Unconditional.
Unconditional. Okay. You're not as dumb as people say.
I'm sorry?
You're not as dumb as people say.
You're doing so well.
What it is it's the first day I've been able to actually sit with you and listen to this.
Okay, anyway, so here, the Windrum wants to count Claudius, so he wants to count them by giving them a role in the Mishkan. So he said everybody has to give a half shekel, and out of this half shekel he makes the adon for the Mishkan, and then of course everybody else gives their own thing in addition. But the point is that every Jew now has a sense that the reason that there's Hashkoyas Hashchina is because they did something. So they have a certain self-respect. After the Mishkan is up, the one who wants him to know that he loves them, not because they gave something, but because of who they are. He loves them. So he counts them again now, after the Mishkan, to make that statement. I'm counting you again because I want you to know that each one of you is precious to me, regardless of, I told you this story many times, about this kid who I saw one Friday night in shul. And I invited, I knew the family that he came from. And he came as a college kid, he came with the torn jeans, that kind of stuff. Anyway, so I said to him, this was on 54th Street, many years ago. So I said to him, would you like to come join us for a Suda, for a Shabbos meal? He said yes. That's when I had this very interesting question, actually. I had the Shaila. Because when he came to my house, he said, my parents are going to, he was a 22-year-old kid, so my parents are going to worry about me because they're expecting me to come home. Can I call them? I was stuck, he's in my house and he wants to call them. Anyway, so before he walked down the shore, I said to him, "Would you mind taking everything out of your pockets?" I'm leaving here at the shore. We didn't have an Arab then. Tells you how long ago it was. So he said, "Why?" I said, "Don't explain it to him." When we were walking, we had a 20-minute walk from 54th Street to my house. Remember that?
Good times.
Huh?
Good times.
Yeah.
You
Now
did
it's
that
better.
to me, you know.
Now it's better
Did that
times.
too?
I came, it was the first time. Karen says we're going to the west side.
Yeah.
So she drilled me on all the different kids' names. And then she says, there's one I don't remember his name. They sent him to a special school. So I thought,
Karen told you that?
I thought dude, he was damaged. It was Rabbi Pensioni was in yeshiva. So I mentioned well, that Friday night, and you looked at me and you said, "You've got some things in your pocket?" I said, "Yeah."
Yeah.
He says, "Let's put them in the office." And I said, "Are you kidding? That's all me." And you changed whatever you were talking about, and you said, and I felt about this big. You said, "We define ourselves by what's in our pocket, what's in our wallet," and when you divest, it's just the bare you.
Shabbos, the Rebbe wants us to know. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care, what credit cards you have. I don't care what sororities or what do they call those you belong to. Without anything, without the driver's license.
It was
Without anything,
so difficult.
I want you to know, I love you because you're you. And I think that's what the second counting is all about. Same number of people. But as I'm saying to them, I counted you because when you gave, because I wanted you to know, I wanted you to feel like you count. But now that you've given, I want you to know that you count, not because of what you gave, but because you count.
What happened if somebody couldn't
Love
give?
defies logic.
What happened if somebody couldn't give?
To say that they didn't give
What?
anything.
What happened if somebody couldn't give? So poor that they couldn't even get a half shekel.
It doesn't fit because they did give something here. There's Google Lace.
You know what? Here,
Google
they
Lace.
weren't counting Shkolim. Here,
Oh.
they're counting people.
Says the Google Laceum.
Laceum.
Rashi says the Chatzi Shekel.
No.
The Google
Oh,
Laceum.
yeah, Rashi says, "Oh, you didn't shkolim."
Yeah? Wouldn't say
The Gogolayim, I didn't shkolim.
that. I think they have some other forms that they count the people. Over here. That much
How many
couldn't
countings?
count
We're
people.
talking about 3 countings, right?
There's
There's the counting after the.
This counting was Ruach HaKodesh.
There's no, huh?
That he stood outside the tents and the Baskel came and told them how many were in.
Right. Over there.
The Ramban brings that?
Huh?
The Ramban brings that medrash?
No,
Yeah.
Rashi told me.
Parish Rashi, I didn't shkolim. V'harbe men ha-mefarshim chol kola v'amr shemispeh zahir b'loi shkolim. V'lishon ha-mikra mechiach she'amar l'Gogolayim.
Who says that?
Harbe mefarshim.
The Ramban brings, says,
What pasuk are you,
Oh, the
are
Ramban
you guys
brings it?
really
The
focused on?
Kleyaka brings that Habib
Kleyaka.
Mefarshim.
Oh, the
This other thing
Kleyaka.
that you
Kleyaka
mentioned.
brings Harbe mefarshim.
The other thing that you mentioned is a Rashi, the one with the that when he came, he was counting
to the
ladies.
tents. It's a Rashi.
And he came to the outside, and there was a Basco came out and said, "There's so many little children there."
What?
These are all permitted countings, also, right?
Huh?
They were also
They were
permitted
not-
countings,
Not permitted. They were
Mandatory.
instructed, or
Yeah, not
they were-
permitted.
Mandatories.
mandatory
Commanded.
countings. They were commanded to do it. Yeah.
All right, Yankee, you gotta go.
Shkoyach.
You have to check ways to make sure that because some of them have construction. You don't want to